in order to remove the fuel tank and remove the spark plugs and the air filter, we have first to remove the driver's seat. Alright, now to remove the fuel tank, we have those two Allen dome bolts, and then we lift the fuel tank just like that, and then the fuel tank out. In order to remove the spark plugs, we need to take this one out. So first things first, this one, and then we have in here that one over there that holds both of the stuff. Same for the other side. Okay, now we remove the, I think that's a pressure sensor in the air filter. Now we'll remove that 10mm bolt through here, which is already loose for some reason. That's it. Now you need to detach this mounting here for that plug. Good, and we put back the bolt so we won't lose it. And we have to remove the crankshaft breather. Remember that vacuum here, don't forget. Alright, and here, after we remove the air filter, you can see clearly where the coils are, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I mentioned it in another video. Japanese motorcycles, 4 inline cylinders, always on the riding position. The first one is on the left, second, third and fourth is on the far right. Imagine yourself as you write or read. So now first we have to, since we're here on this side, it's much more convenient to remove the clip. Now you pull it upwards, careful not to break it, and then you have access to the spark plug. Let's find a tool to remove the spark plug now. 5/8 spark plug socket, short extension, beauty. And there we are. They have different kinds of spark plugs, I don't know why. Twin point, but the actual spark plug for that is the CR9E, I think. Yep, which is that, and it's presetted. The gap on the spark plug is presetted. Now what we have to do is to put a bit of copper grease here so one sees the threads and put it back in. That's a good quality penrite we have here in Australia. We have some good products. That's too much, we need just a slight amount. That's more than enough. Back in there, all the way down with my finger. You don't let it drop, otherwise the gap is going to be affected. All the way by hand, and once it stops going by hand, you use the ratchet. Remember, you don't over tight these things, because if something goes wrong, guess what's going to happen? Either the sparkle is going to snap, or you're going to destroy the threads on the cylinder head, and that's going to cost a lot of money. So you just snug it nice, and that's it. Put back the, make sure it goes clicking all the way down. Remember, to plug them in, push until you hear the click. See? Right. Eventually we put everyone in. It doesn't there's no profit of giving you the whole procedure of each one of them, because the procedure is exactly the same. Now I don't know why the previous owner decided to have these spark plugs, which is a Denso U27 ETR. That's because they have that twin pin over there. I'm not sure if they're any better than the originals, but Suzuki says the CR9E. I think next thing is to put the air filter inside the air filter box. Let's go and do that. Alright, now, like you probably have seen on another video with my FZR1000, here's the filter, done. That's a K&N, and that seal has to go over here, right there. And you have to stick it, and you stick it only once. But because we want to make sure this surface is clean of anything like grease or anything, it's always a good idea to use some wax and grease remover. So just a bit of amount. That works away. And make sure the holes are aligned. And just to show you the code for the Hayabusa from 99 to 2007, I think, yeah, SU1399, that's the one. Right. So pretty much straightforward. Back on. Alright, first thing, remember, do not forget the vacuum for the flap. And then, with the help of another friend of ours, we just hold the tank and put the air filter box in place. Now that's in place, which is really good. Both air ducts are in place. Now we have to make sure that the throttle bodies are in place. That was a crocker too. Make sure that all go all the way down. Stop here. See that little thing? That's where it has to stop. Then you're good and you can tight. But make sure all four throttle bodies are matched with the airbox. Now, before we tight, make sure that this one is down, which it is, all the way down. And as I showed you on the other side, this one is aligned. This one, remember, right here, and we'll put this sensor on, remember, until you hear the click. Click. Bit. Have the crankshaft ventilation onto the airbox all the way up. That's for any dirt or any humidity or water, whatever goes out of the air filter box. And now we'll lower down the fuel tank. Tight. And that was it. That's how you replace the spark plugs and the air filter on a Hayabusa 99 to 2007.